Alright, this is the tutorial how to do banked curves without force friction. First, we're going to start out with the simple equation F, the centripetal force equals mv squared equals over r, which is, and this is also equal to the force of weight sine of theta. Now we know that these two equations have to be equal because the force centripetal mass times velocity squared over the radius of the curve has to be equal to this, the force that the gravity is applying of the block going down, or the car, or whatever you're thinking, going down the hill. So these two have to be equal. The next equation we're going to look at is just going to be an equation to take the mass out of the picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to have mg equal to force of weight equal to Fn cosine of theta. Now that we have these two equations, we can put one over the other, mv squared over r equaling force of weight sine of theta over mg equals Fn cosine of theta, and then we can come up with a final equation of, we can cross these out, make it v squared over rg equaling tan of theta. So our final equation will look something like this: v equals the square root of tan theta rg. Now, whatever problem you have or anything that has to do with mass and no friction, with no mass and no friction, you just use this equation to find its velocity, or any variation of this to find any of that stuff, including the radius, or anything like that. Or if you're racing on a different planet, you'll change the accelerations, which is g. But that is how you do banked curves without force of friction.